After the F-16 failure, Ukraine searches for a new last hope, urgently exploring alternative aircraft and stopgap measures to restore credible air power as existing systems struggle to meet battlefield demands. Kyiv is scrambling for aging fighters amid growing strain on its air defenses, rushing maintenance, upgrades, and second-hand procurements to plug gaps left by attrition and to keep the skies contested against an increasingly aggressive adversary. This comes as allies distance themselves from Kyiv while Russia warns of nuclear escalation, a worrying convergence in which political caution among partners coincides with Moscow's increasingly menacing rhetoric about strategic weapons. Ukraine's air war crisis is deepening despite Western fighter jet promises, as delivery delays, training timelines, and limited sortie rates mean promised aircraft have yet to reverse the deteriorating balance in the air domain. Russia fired 6 nuclear-capable missiles in one day as part of shock drills, demonstrating an alarming readiness to employ theater-range systems in exercises that send a clear deterrent message and raise the stakes for regional security. Zelensky watches nervously as Putin publicly showcases so-called kill shots from Arctic ice, a display of weaponry and posture intended to intimidate rivals and signal Moscow's ability to project force from remote, hardened locations. Ukraine's air war may have entered its most difficult phase yet, as attrition, supply shortfalls, and growing pressure from an adversary with expanding long-range strike capabilities combine to stretch Kyiv's air defenses and operational options to a critical breaking point. Sweden has announced plans to transfer 16 used Gripen fighter aircraft to Ukraine, a decision intended to provide immediate, if interim, relief to Ukrainian squadrons by bolstering fighter numbers while longer-term procurements are arranged. The announcement was made by Swedish Prime Minister Ulf Kristersson on May 28, who described the transfer as a concrete contribution to Kyiv's defense effort and framed it as part of Sweden's broader support for European security and deterrence. The move aims to support Kyiv in procuring up to 20 newer Gripen E aircraft, creating a pathway in which the initial handover of used jets is meant to bridge capability gaps while negotiations and production for more advanced fighters proceed. The Swedish Prime Minister said, and I quote, "Ukraine has clearly identified Gripen as the priority choice for its air force in the long term and intends to acquire the newest version, Gripen E", unquote. Ukraine plans to finance the future purchase of Gripen aircraft using EU funds, tapping into block mechanisms to shoulder part of the heavy upfront cost and speed Kyiv's access to new fighters as it rebuilds air power. The European Union has a Ukraine support loan mechanism in place, and Kyiv intends to use roughly $2.8 billion from that facility to help cover procurement, training, and sustainment costs tied to the Gripen program. Kristersson said negotiations over Gripen E procurement are ongoing, indicating that Stockholm and Kyiv remain in active talks to finalize technical, financial, and delivery arrangements for the next-generation jets. Deliveries of the new aircraft could begin by 2030, the Kyiv Independent reports, a timeline that reflects production schedules, training pipelines, and the complex certification required for integrating advanced fighters into Ukraine's Air Force. Deliveries for 16 Gripen C aircraft used by the Swedish Air Force are expected to begin in early 2027, providing an interim boost to Ukrainian capabilities while plans for newer Gripen E models proceed. Ukraine is yet to finalize the purchase agreement, and Sweden still needs to secure export approvals, so legal, political, and regulatory steps remain before the transfers and long-term procurements can be completed. Why does Ukraine want Gripens? A multi-role jet for air, ground, and recon missions. The Gripen is designed to perform a wide range of tasks, from air superiority and close air support to intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance, giving Ukraine a versatile platform that can switch roles as battlefield needs change. Built for dispersed wartime operations, the aircraft was engineered to operate from austere and widely dispersed bases, allowing Ukraine to disperse squadrons, reduce vulnerability to strikes, and maintain combat sortie rates even when main airfields are threatened. Can operate from short runways. Gripens require comparatively short runway lengths for takeoff and landing, enabling them to fly from damaged or improvised airstrips and thereby complicating an adversary's targeting calculus. Refuel and rearm possible in 10 minutes. Ground crews can rapidly turn the jet around for multiple missions in a day, with quick refueling and rearming procedures that help sustain high sortie tempos during intense combat operations. Side intakes reduce engine debris risk. The Gripen's side-mounted air intakes lower the chance of foreign object ingestion from rough or improvised runways, improving engine survivability and reducing maintenance downtime in contested environments. Compatible with NATO weapon systems. The aircraft is interoperable with NATO standard munitions and avionics, making it easier for Ukraine to integrate Western missiles, sensors, and support infrastructure into its air force. Can carry IRIS-T and AIM-9 missiles. The Gripen can field modern short-range air-to-air missiles like Iris-T and AIM-9, provide incredible dogfight and point defense capability to protect Ukrainian airspace and escort strike missions. Gripen E features advanced radar systems. The newer Gripen E variant comes with upgraded avionics and a more capable active electronically scanned array radar, substantially improving detection ranges, tracking fidelity, and situational awareness for complex air operations. The transfer would expand Ukraine's fleet of Western-supplied fighter aircraft, adding critical numbers and variety that help Kyiv sustain air operations, rotate squadrons, and reduce pressure on aging platforms already stretched thin by sustained combat. Kyiv currently fields a stock of US F-16s and French Mirage 2000s, but those jets remain insufficient to meet the scale and intensity of Russia's air and missile attacks, leaving gaps that additional Gripens could help to close.
Це дійсно історична подія, історичний день для нашої співпраці, для наших країн. Сьогодні є новий пакет підтримки від Швеції. Ця підтримка відкриває для нас новий рівень збереження життів для наших людей у захисті наших міст, в захисті наших громад. І в цьому сьогоднішньому пакеті обсягом 2,7 мільярдів доларів є різні елементи для того, щоб ми стали сильніші. Є кошти, зокрема, на виробництво дронів, майже 400 мільйонів, але найголовніше – Gripen. І прем'єр-міністр про це сказав. Ми почали цю розмову, і в минулому році, в кінці минулого року були прийняті відповідні рішення, на мій погляд, також важливі і історичні, але ми почали, ми в грудні вже домовились, і сьогодні ми вже маємо рішення щодо бойової авіації. Шведські бойові літаки, які точно посилять наш повітряний флот, нашу протиповітряну оборону. З цього пакету більше 2 мільярдів підтримки – це саме літаки. Ми розраховуємо за наступні 10 місяців отримати перші можливості, отримати перші Гріпени. Ми будемо робити зі свого боку все можливе і дуже розраховуємо на це. Важливо, що це літаки із відповідним комплектом озброєнь. Це допоможе в тому числі нашому захисту від російських керованих авіабомб. Йдеться саме про ескадрилью Гріпенів для України. Це надзвичайно вагома для нас підтримка.
Amid already high tensions with NATO, Russia and Belarus kicked off massive nuclear exercises on May 21st, turning large swathes of their territory into a theater for simulated atomic warfare. Moscow says 6 different nuclear-capable missile systems were launched during the drills, each chosen to showcase a different part of its strike portfolio. The exercises stretched from European Russia and Belarus all the way toward the Pacific test ranges, underscoring that this was a full-scale demonstration, not a single region event. Submarines, surface warships, strategic bombers, and ground-based launchers all took part, weaving together sea, air, and land-launched strikes in one script. Reporting around the drill suggests the goal was to underline just how diverse Russia's nuclear arsenal has become, from heavy ICBMs to tactical systems and new hypersonic weapons. All of this is happening while Moscow publicly warns NATO states against any direct military escalation, using the drills as both a signal of readiness and a tool of deterrence. As part of the exercise, Russia test-fired an Rs-24 Yars intercontinental ballistic missile, one of the core pillars of its land-based strategic deterrent. The Yars launch originated from the Plesetsk site in northern Russia and flew toward the remote Kamchatka test range, rehearsing a full-length strategic shot across the country. Russia's Rs-24 Yars is widely viewed as its primary land-based nuclear deterrent missile, designed to ensure a survivable second strike capability. It is capable of carrying multiple nuclear warheads on a single booster, allowing one launch to threaten several targets at once. Current assessments say Yars missiles equip around 8 Russian missile divisions, forming the backbone of several strategic rocket regiments. In total, roughly 150 Yars missiles are believed to be active in service, split between different bases and deployment modes. The system can be launched from both road mobile transporter erector launchers and hardened silo emplacements, complicating enemy targeting. Yars formally entered Russian service in 2010, replacing older Soviet-era designs with a more flexible, MIRV-capable platform. It is often described as a lighter counterpart to the newer RS-28 Sarmat heavy ICBM, intended to complement, not duplicate, that system's role. With intercontinental range and a strategic strike mission, Yars sits at the heart of Russia's ability to hit distant adversaries if deterrence fails. During the same exercise window, Russia also fired an R-29RM U-2 Sineva ballistic missile from a Delta IV class submarine, adding its sea-based leg to the show of force. Russian claims say Sineva can hit targets across much of the continental United States while the submarine stays inside Arctic bastion waters, highlighting how little the boat has to move to be in range. The R-29RM U-2 Sineva is a submarine-launched ballistic missile built to keep Russia's aging Delta IV SSBN fleet relevant in the nuclear role. It is smaller and of an earlier generation than the RSM-56 Balava carried by newer Bora-class submarines, but remains a key part of the older boat's punch. Sineva is typically credited with carrying around 4 nuclear warheads and having intercontinental reach, allowing a single submarine to hold multiple cities at risk. Its range enables Delta IV submarines to strike both US and European targets from relatively secure Arctic bastion zones rather than risky forward patrols. The system was designed to extend the combat value of the Delta IV class into the mid-2030s, bridging the gap until full replacement by newer platforms. On the tactical side, Belarusian units fired Iskander-M short-range ballistic missiles at the Kapustin Yar range, rehearsing battlefield-level nuclear delivery inside a theater zone. Under the defense-sharing arrangements with Moscow, the Iskander-M is effectively Belarus' primary nuclear delivery option, with crews trained to operate the system under joint plans. Iskander-M is a mobile, short-range tactical ballistic missile system designed to move quickly, fire, and then reposition before enemy forces can respond. It is operated by both Russian and Belarusian missile brigades, making it a shared tool in their regional deterrence posture. The missile strike range is generally estimated at up to around 500 kilometers, ideal for theater-level targets. It can be fitted with either conventional or nuclear payloads, giving commanders flexibility from battlefield strikes to limited nuclear use. Iskander-M is designed for high-precision attacks on critical military infrastructure like airfields, command posts, and logistics hubs. Its maneuverable re-entry vehicle and evasive terminal profile are meant to complicate interception by modern air and missile defenses. Each missile is launched from a road mobile transporter erector launcher, allowing rapid deployment across dispersed sites. The system has been used frequently during Russia's operations in Ukraine, providing real-world combat data on its performance. Russia also added an air-delivered element, testing the Kh-47M2 Kinzhal air-launched ballistic missile from a MiG-31K interceptor. Kinzhal is an air-launched hypersonic ballistic missile system built to give Russian aircraft a standoff strike capability at extremely high speeds. It is carried mainly by modified MiG-31K interceptor aircraft, with some reports also mentioning two 22 cubic meters bombers as potential carriers. Open sources put its strike range at roughly 1,500 to 2,000 kilometers depending on launch profile and carrier. Russian claims say the missile can travel at speeds above Mach 10, making interception very challenging for many existing defense systems. It is designed to carry either conventional or nuclear warheads, allowing both precision conventional strikes and strategic deterrent roles. Kinzhal is believed to be capable of maneuvering during the terminal attack phase, further complicating defensive calculations. Russia has used Kinzhal repeatedly in its operations against Ukraine, testing both its effectiveness and the West's air defense responses. Overall, the system is intended to punch through advanced air defense networks and threaten high-value targets deep behind the front lines. Together, the Iskander and Kinzhal launches underscored how Russia's tactical systems could be used to deliver nuclear strikes inside regional theater zones without resorting to its heaviest ICBMs. Strategic Aviation joined in as a Tu-95MS bomber launched long-range cruise missiles, demonstrating the airborne leg of Russia's nuclear triad. The missiles were widely assumed to be Kh-101 or Kh-102 types, stealth-enhanced, long-range weapons tailored for deep strikes. The Kh-101 and Kh-102 are long-range, air-launched strategic cruise missiles built to give Russian bombers global reach against high-value targets. They are primarily launched from Tu-95MS strategic bombers, and in some cases from Tu-160 aircraft. The Kh-101 variant carries a conventional warhead and is used for deep precision strikes on critical infrastructure. The Kh-102 serves as the nuclear-capable counterpart, designed to deliver a nuclear payload at intercontinental ranges. Their operational range is often estimated near 5,000 kilometers, allowing launches far from enemy air defense zones. The missiles incorporate radar-evading features and terrain-following flight profiles to reduce detection and interception chances. They have been used extensively in Russia's long-range strike campaigns, including during operations in Ukraine. As part of the airborne leg of the triad, they are a key component of Russia's nuclear and conventional deterrent posture. At sea, Russia added a naval hypersonic layer by firing a 3M-22 Zircon missile from the frigate Admiral Gorshkov. Reports emphasize that Zircon is built to hit both high-value ships and land targets, giving surface combatants a powerful dual-role strike option. Moscow claims Zircon can reach about Mach 9, arguing that such speeds make it extremely difficult for current air and missile defense systems to track and intercept. The 3M-22 Zircon is a hypersonic cruise missile launched from surface warships and, in future, submarines. It is reported to travel at speeds reaching roughly Mach 9, drastically reducing reaction time for defenders. Its range is estimated at more than 1,000 kilometers, allowing Russian ships to threaten targets well beyond the horizon. Zircon can carry either conventional or, potentially, nuclear warheads, giving it both tactical and strategic applications. It is designed for high-speed anti-ship missions and precision land attack roles, targeting carrier groups and coastal infrastructure. Russian statements say Zircon has already been tested against ground targets in the Ukraine conflict, showcasing its versatility. The missile can also be deployed from Yasen-class attack submarines, extending its reach underwater and complicating NATO's maritime calculus. Its relatively compact size lets frigates and other surface combatants carry multiple rounds, enabling mass salvos from a single ship. Taken together, the 6 missile launches showcased every leg of Russia's nuclear delivery triad, from land-based ICBMs to submarine and shipborne weapons and air-launch systems. Land, sea, and air platforms were woven into a single scripted demonstration of readiness and escalation, designed to remind NATO that any future confrontation will not be limited to one domain.